Hey, Steve Trades here. Um, Day one. I It did not go as planned. We'll just go over my notes here. I've been keeping in one note as I've been learning, and we'll just kind of go from there. Um, Started off this morning pre-market, going over the normal things, seeing what my watch list was going to do. Maybe in subsequent videos I'll show my watch list, where it was, and then what it ended up being, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, so had taking a look at a few different things. Was taking a look at some BA and HD puts. Didn't end up doing anything. Call suggestions. I really wanted to put a call in on UNH. I believe it was around 210, 220, something like that. It went up like 8%. I did not take that, so that was a miss. Also had a couple more. I really never actually looked at LTC, but and then I saw a note, and I'm just kind of storing notes in these things as well. But I saw a note and for Qualcomm getting sued, so took out that. I should probably move this under here because that'll get to the meat of what I've got to say. A little note for me, just to keep in mind. Maybe you guys can learn from this. Anybody watching can learn from this. Make sure you sell your option contracts with maybe 1 week prior to expiration, as the value being controlled by the theta will take that value down. So it seems like it's a good play unless you've got a lot of maybe you're close on profit. Maybe it's not much profit in it, but there does seem to be an uptrend, or something along those lines. But definitely take profits. Definitely take profits. Okay, so my watch list had a couple of different things in there today, and yeah, so there was Fate, F-A-T-E. They have a cancer drug, and it looked like something good. My notes had to look at it at 17.5, looking at putting a call in at 17.5, and we got close to 17.5, and I decided to go ahead and make my first purchase. It was at 85 cents, which it's $85, and that is probably way too high. I was not thinking. I did not check volume, and honestly, it came back to really bite me, and bite me bad. So I'll just kind of scroll through my notes. So let's see. I'm just going to kind of move my note down here. I don't want to relay everything. So instead of buying one set of contracts, because I had to reinstall Thinkorswim and it defaulted my option setting from 1 to 10, I ended up buying 10 of those. So we went in for $850, and that hurt. I learned one thing, which was to pay very close attention to your actual order that you're going to submit. Even if the price is fluctuating a lot, it's better to miss than to think you're spending $85 versus $850. Ended up buying 10 contracts, so that was not fun. Which brings me to my second note. I didn't even look to consider the volume on Fate, and I officially hate that stock, of course, right? So I never looked at the volume. The volume was around 40,000 when I did bother to look, and it slowly grew up throughout the day to around 140, 150,000, but it never really got above 1610, 1620, I think. So about an hour in, when I saw it going south pretty quick, I decided to sell 5 of the contracts to save a little bit of money, and so I sold 5, kept 5. Possibly should have just went ahead and cut my losses and sold them all, but trying to be an optimist, and thought maybe they'll come back and I won't lose so much. Maybe I can get out of this with a couple $100, which would stink, but definitely would be better than where we ended up. I think we took a total of 775, I think was the total hit. So I did find a couple of good things. I found Weight Watchers had went up, so I bought some contracts and sold them for. I just wanted to win at this point, right? So I bought them and sold them for like a $10 gain, something like that. And I thought, hey, at least let's chip away at this loss that I'm going to have. And then I bought another set and thought, well, maybe I can get another 10 or 20 bucks here and just kind of start chipping back away, getting to the green, and which was headed that direction. And I meant to, I meant to buy another set. And what I did is I ended up selling a set of Weight Watchers. So I broke even, which, you know, that stinks, but whatever. It was good today. Weight Watchers was good, and I was hoping that the second 5 I had would come up. I'm sorry, this is Weight Watchers. So I had those. I did end up buying some more. I bought a set for $1. So I bought them. I think I got it written down. Let's see. Yeah, I bought them for 19.5 put, and I'm sorry, that's the one I broke even on. I bought them for 20 put, and I was hoping it would go down to 18.5 or 18.3. It ended up getting around 18.4, 18.5, and I sold them for a $40 profit, plus my $10 profit I had made between the two other Weight Watchers. So I ended up $50 positive on Weight Watchers, which that's not the best thing I got out of today. I'll probably wrap that up in a minute, but that was a partial positive, I guess. Let's see what else. I bought some Goldman Sachs when they were down by 6%, and they ended up dropping to, I think, around 9%. So presently down on that, but we're holding them. We've got a few extra days, and you know, maybe they'll come back. On Fate, let's see here. Fate. The notes I made for myself were this. I can't believe I didn't check the contract quantity. I pray I can recover enough to stay alive and learn from that. I fixed it in the app, meaning Thinkorswim. I fixed it to default to 1 after that. Fixed that, but I'm also learned that I'm always going to check the custom screen forever going forward to make sure I've got the correct quantity. I'm sure other traders run into that, but hopefully theirs did not cost them as much as my experience did catch me. Let's see what else we got here. I needed to keep in mind the entire market was going in a downtrend for most of the day. So why buy the calls? The calls. I'm gonna go ahead and put the notes out. So why buy the calls? I should not have bought calls unless it was just overly evident that that was going to be a good thing to do. I did cut my losses on Fate and got it to bounce to 325 on the final 5. So I sold off half earlier, and then I also didn't even bother to adjust the buy price. So I was paying whatever was being the ask, which I didn't necessarily need to on all of these. It may be able to save me if I would have done that. So that was another lesson. Let's see. In a nutshell, I overtraded, period. I was trying to make up for the stupid mistake that I did, and it started an avalanche, which I probably should have stepped back from the first time. And so that was the Weight Watchers. I did break even on a couple and sold a couple, and there's one I missed in here, but basically I made 50 off of that. Here we go. And a final note here is losing this hard really feels really bad. I get it. I need to just adjust my purchases to a smaller amount, and maybe maybe around 100. Well, I'm sorry. This was yeah, I got Goldman at about 100 for the contracts, and Weight Watchers was about the same. So that's my notes, and on the day, and yeah. So I guess to wrap it up, I got some kind of notification from Ameritrade. I don't know. I think they like not froze my account, but I don't know. It said like contact them or something. So I don't know. My account is a cash only account. We're down. I think it's at 17% of the total size of the account. But not going to say. Definitely will say this is not the way that I expected this to go, and wanted to, get in at least $50 a day is my goal. But I guess definitely what I'm gonna have to do is take a step back and trade less, modify my being eager. If I mess up, I need to immediately stop and take control of the situation and not get too far out there. So yeah, so I hope others are learning from this. So what I hope to do with the channel is to bring my progress from this was day one. So I'm not sure if I'm going to post this today. I don't really have a channel name yet, just kind of getting this up and running. And so I don't really have anything to upload it to at the moment. So we're probably going to be a little behind, but I will make up for it in the future and trying to cut it together. Try to keep the videos under 15 minutes. And if anybody wants to follow along and either see me succeed, which would be great, or float in the middle, or crash and burn. It'll definitely be a learning experience, and hopefully through some of my pains and struggles that maybe we can exchange some information and you can learn a little bit yourselves. But anyway, that's going to be it for video 1, and yeah, if anybody has any questions or wants to ridicule me, you can definitely look down and comment in the section down below, and we'll talk again maybe tomorrow, but it'll be definitely on my next trading session. Thanks. Y'all have a good day.